Welcome to the Counselor tutorial for sending reports from the patient visit screen. Now in this tutorial, we're going to review the process where you can send profession reports, patient reports, as well as chart notes reports directly from within Counselor. There's no hardware or software required. Just by following these simple steps, you can have your fax or email sent out directly. All right, so what we're going to do is we're in a current patient visit, looking specifically at the profession report tab, and what we can see is, of course, this visit's already been completed. We have our text, we have our referring physician, we have our additional recipients, all this is in place. So at this point, we're ready to go. We're ready to send this report out. So what we're going to do is click on Actions in the top menu bar here, and then select Send Reports. This will take us to the next screen where we can see a list of all the recipients. So here we can see there was the referring physician. Here was the additional recipient. In addition, the patient is listed, right? So let's just start there. You could, while the patient is sitting there, before you've even finished your profession report, you could say, all right, I'm gonna email you your patient counseling summary, right? So to autofill the patient's email address, you can then choose your template, okay? And then send, right? Pretty simple. Just like that, you have now sent off or emailed an encrypted link to the patient for their patient report. So you might do that as part of your counseling process. Then later on, once the patient is gone and you've finished your reports up, then you could say, all right, let's get these sent out to the respective parties. So in this case, let's choose the primary referral source here, Dr. Breckenridge. We can see that she prefers email. Great. So Counselor automatically set this to email. And then we'll say, all right, we want to send both the professional and patient report to Dr. Breckenridge. It fills in, once again, her email address. You can choose your template. So in this case, we're going to switch that around to more professional language, whereas the other one was more about patients. You, of course, can modify this on the fly, but typically you have your templates preset so you wouldn't have to. And then once again, just like we saw with the patient, we click send, and this will send an encrypted link to the professional and patient report to Dr. Breckenridge. We go ahead and close this. We then move on to the additional recipient, to Dr. Baldwin here. And now Dr. Baldwin prefers faxing. So we're going to go ahead and switch that over to fax. We'll leave this as both professional and patient report. And you can see his fax number automatically fills. We click send, and it is out the door, right? So just like that, we've now emailed off the reports to the primary care, and we have faxed off the reports to the secondary, to the additional recipient in this case. And of course, if you had additional recipients, you could just keep going through that process and sending them out. And like I said, this is all sent through Counselor. So this is not connected to your fax machine or your personal email or work email, any of that. They go out straight away. And then of course, you can see what's happened. So there is a dashboard widget specifically dedicated to sent reports. So you can view that and see if potentially if any faxes have failed, for example, and you can actually resend right from within the dashboard widget. You also have the ability to look right within a patient visit and see what's happened. So for example, if you had a physician's office that called and said, we sent you a patient a couple months ago, but we never got a report, can you double check on that? Sure, no problem. Anyone on staff could jump in here and look and see what's happened, right? In this case, it's already been sent off twice, so you could see what's happened over time. Now in this case, it failed because of course this is a fake number, right? But you'd be able to see that maybe, hey, yeah, we attempted one time, it failed. Second time we tried a different number and it was successful, and we can see that you received 4 pages at this date and time, right? So you have that ability very quickly to determine without the need for a paper, fax transmission form. That information is all stored within Counselor and readily available. So the process for really that last step in the patient documentation process, which is sending it out, is a very simple one. Once you have the information in place, actions, send reports, and you can have them out straight away. Of course, if you have any questions about this, please give us a call, email us, live chat us. We are always happy to help. Thank you for joining us for the Counselor tutorial for sending reports from the patient visit screen.